Hey guys, Hello Bella here, and in this video I'm going to be doing like a frequently asked questions that I get for joining Fridays. Fridays is the telehealth platform that I use to obtain my medication, which is Semaglutide. Semaglutide is the active ingredient in Ozempic, so if your insurance doesn't pay like mine, you may find yourself looking for a telehealth company to get your GLP-1 medication from. They definitely can help you with that, and we're going to go through everything that they provide, the pricing, all transparency, everything that you need in this video. So the first thing that you probably want to know is what is the price and what exactly does that include. So the price right now is $249 a month for semaglutide. That's for any dose. So if you go up in doses, you can go to the highest dose like me. I'm on the highest dose, which is 2.5. I pay the same amount as somebody who's just starting. So as you go up, you do not have to worry about the price going up. It's $249. If you want to use code BELLA right now, it gives you $100 off. I'm not sure if that will continue, but right now, as of April 2025, code BELLA gets you $100 off. So you could start for $149 if you start in April. So the $249 is going to include your medication shipped to your door, unlimited provider visits, which we'll talk about a little bit more in the video about how to go about accessing those. Also, your labs from Quest Diagnostics. You're going to print out a piece of paper, take it with you to the lab, and they'll give you all of the lab tests that you need, and they'll send that information to Friday. So it's very, very simple to do. They also have an insurance and prior authorization team that can help you with insurance denials. So if you are wanting to go the route of trying to get your insurance to pay for it, or if you failed in the past, they can potentially help you succeed with that. Fridays also has a coaching hub, which has meetings every week about different topics like mindset, nutrition, fitness, things like that. So you basically have a built-in group of people to meet with every week. If having a community helps you stay on track and you find yourself wanting to interact with other people who are also on a GLP-1, I would definitely check out the coaching hub. No extra cost for that. It is all included with your membership. You also have a dietitian that you can work with who can make meal plans for you, talk to you about your goals when it comes to your food intake. Personally, for me, I've just been counting calories for the duration of my weight loss, and it has seemed to work for me. But one thing I really do try to focus on is getting enough protein. So potentially, if you're not sure what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, you can meet with that dietitian for free. Your membership also includes access to the Sesh Fitness app, which is like a little workout app. It gives you different home workouts to do, so you can kind of stay on track with that. You do not need to work out to lose weight, but it will certainly help you along the process. It will help you sustain your energy levels, and it will also help your skin, your loose skin, things like that, losing muscle mass. Those are all things that I'm working on now that I've lost the weight. I've lost the majority of my weight, and I really want to focus in 2025 on just preserving muscle mass and toning up my body. So when it comes to your medication, basically you're going to sign up and then you'll have your first consult. You do not have to have the labs at that first consult. You can have them by the next one. So you'll get your medication typically shipped to your door within about a week or so. It doesn't usually take as long as they say it's going to take, and typically the way that I do my refills is I go to the refill hub about every 3 to 3.5 weeks. Every 3 weeks is the safe amount. Sometimes I forget. Typically you want to at least have yourself one more dose left when you're ordering the next round. That way you can never go without your medication, and it's pretty self-explanatory in terms of the timing. You're doing, typically you want to do 1 shot per week, and so you'll need to get your refill in advance of that so that you don't run out because of the shipping time delay. People who qualify are going to be people who are overweight or obese, which is a BMI of 27 or higher. So typically if you want to do maintenance, they do have some options for that. I believe they'll do maintenance at 22 to 27 BMI. You just have to have some other factors in play. I don't know exactly what those are, but I'm sure if you reach out to the support, they will help you. But yeah, I plan on doing maintenance for me because I just don't think that I'll ever not constantly think about food. Maintenance is something that I'm putting into my planning. So your membership does come with unlimited consultations with a physician. So that means that if you get your meds and then you start having really bad nausea or something like that, and you need extra help, or you just feel like I need some reassurance, I need someone to talk to, you can log on and schedule a consult. You do not have to wait until your next appointment. You can basically just get help then, which is really nice because a lot of telehealth companies charge you per visit, and so that can really add up if you're having issues and you need to get in touch with somebody. I do like that they include that help and that support. And then I said earlier, the coaching hub. So that is where you'll see all of the upcoming meetings that are happening. All you have to do is join on your computer or your phone, and you can basically be a part of a meeting that is discussing whatever topic. Usually I think they're in the evenings. Some of the meetings are actually with like therapists and nutrition coaches and things like that. So it's really helpful for people to get that information like one-on-one. There's typically, not so many people in the meeting that you can't get your question answered. And so if nobody shows up, or if only a few people show up, you guys are going to have access to somebody that you can speak to in real time, which is very useful. So in terms of billing, it's $249 a month. You can go into the billing part of your Fridays account and see all of the billing that has occurred. And you know, it's just nice to be able to keep a record of that, to see how much you're spending on things. Typically for me, I have found that although this medication is a cost up front, the payoff for me has been a huge quality of life change that I feel like will pay dividends to my future. I feel like I'm literally going to live longer. So, I mean, I don't know, how much is that worth? I don't know. Like for me, it's definitely worth $249 a month to extend my life and to have a better quality of life. Just this week, I was working in the yard, doing things around the house, like just extending a lot of energy. And I know for sure I could not have done any of the stuff I did yesterday when I was 45 pounds heavier, because it would have just been so much extra weight to haul around. And I absolutely am thankful that I found the medication when I did. So you can also get text messages. So one thing to think about is, if you can't remember, if you have ADHD like me, you can get those text messages that tell you when it's about time for a refill. So you'll know like, hey, it's about time for you to, you know, schedule your appointment. So then you can schedule it and you can go ahead and get your meds refilled before they run out. Now, you do not have to do a video consult every single time. After your first consult, you can just request your medication refill, put in some information like how much weight have you lost, have you had any issues, and they will typically automatically just put that refill request in, and it is super easy. I'm talking like 5 minutes. I honestly thought the sign up process was going to be more in depth, and so whenever I signed up, I was like, that's it? Like that's all you have to have? And so I've really found that it's a simple process. You can click the link in the description with my link tree and it will take you through everything, but basically you fill out a quiz, and then from there it will ask for your payment information and you'll schedule your consult, have your visit, get your meds. And so it's very quick process. It's more to it to learn how to take this medication and how to adjust your body to it and your mind, because that's a big portion of it, is your mindset. That is definitely going to have some changes and shifts as you go from being overweight to a normal weight. For me, it's been really emotional, but also really positive. Another question I get is, do you plan on taking this medication like indefinitely? Is this something I can take for like 6 months and then come off of? That's definitely up to you and your doctor, but for me, I look at this as more of a long-term thing. I don't think that it's ever going to be something that I completely come off of. I mean, I've certainly kind of felt like at times that I could have taken less, but I've just tried to stay consistent, because with the appetite suppression, that's really what allows me to eat less calories and allows me to lose a little bit of weight at a time. Right now, my weight loss is pretty slow, just because I'm only 145-ish, sometimes 143. And I'm in the 140s, and that to me is like, that's crazy, because I haven't been that weight since I was 21 and I'm 30. So it's just crazy to be back at that weight, my fighting weight as people call it. But I absolutely am just like, I will take this as long as it's helpful for me. If you want to know about other costs associated with being on semaglutide, besides your Fridays membership, the only things that I can really think of are going to be like, you might want some supplements like electrolytes, or a lot of people take this thing called Mag07 for constipation. A lot of people like papaya enzymes, and so you might find that some of those just make it easier on you in the first couple of weeks. To be honest, if you get through the first month, like I feel like you got it. Like it does suck in the beginning, like it's difficult. You really have to change a lot of things about your eating habits and your patterns. Even though I spend money on the medicine, I legitimately save money on groceries, so I feel like it all balances out. And plus, I'm able to shop in regular stores now, so I don't have to like order my clothes or wait for something to come in stock. It's so much easier to be a normal weight. Like, the world is not made to be fat. Like, it is very hard to be fat and go to anything or buy anything. And so I'm very much a believer in taking charge of things. And so if you're interested in starting, you don't know where to start, and you need to have that extra push, I think that the fact that you can start for $149 is I've never seen it any cheaper than that. And I think that that's a really good entry level price to get you kind of in the door, and then see if it's something that you're able to stick with. So if you want to find that information, you can go to the description below, use code Bella, and you'll get that $100 off. Again, all you do is click the link, take the quiz, and go through those steps, and you should be able to get your medication rather quickly as long as you qualify for it. The last question I get is Fridays going to continue having this medication? Some people say that their doctor told them that this medication is not available, which is a straight up lie. Yes, this medication is available. As long as Fridays can follow the guidelines from the FDA, they're going to keep providing it. There's no rhyme or reason to why people shouldn't be able to access it. So as long as they can keep working with them on that, then they'll be good. If something changes, I'll definitely let you guys know, because that would affect me as well. I would literally not know where to get my medication medication. So for now, I've been able to get it consistently and easily, and I feel like, you know, it is what it is. I wasn't able to get it at the pharmacy half the time anyways, because when my insurance did cover Ozempic, my pharmacy was always out of stock. Same goes for like Mounjaro, Wegovy, all of those. I tried every prescription. Like, my doctors really wanted to work with me and help me, but it just never panned out. Like, I was never able to get it covered. So if you're ready to start, you're ready to pay out of pocket, and you feel like you can commit to this, I would definitely encourage you to just read all you can, watch videos, educate yourself, because the more that you know, the more that you'll feel equipped to handle this and to handle the changes that it's going to bring, mostly positive changes. If you guys have any additional questions, you can leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Take care.